Hey guys, Kumph-E here, and today I am doing my r- my division standings prediction, super early division standings predictions for the 2025-2026 NFL season. This is I have no reason to have these predictions in like at all. I have no reason, but I'm just gonna go off my heart and soul. All right, that's all I need. So starting off with a nice as good as they were this year. But if I'm going off prediction right now, I'm going the Vikings are going to stay, if not, are going to get worse than they were last year. I think the Packers are going to be damn good next year. They they're going to add more to their already good football team, and I do still like Jordan Love a whole lot. So I'm going to put them as second. And Lions, I think that this is the best team in football when healthy. The Lions are incredible. They might just do more, but they might just add people to their roster. But I'm giving them the finish first in the actual NFC North. Let me get rid of some of these rows real quick to make this simpler. And there we go. And let me fix this. Let me add third. And then let me add fourth. Bingo. Bingo. Go to this is now I think this makes it look better. Now going to the AFC North. I'm taking the Ravens to be first again for the second year in a row. Because I just think they're the best built team in that division. Best defense in the division, best offense. I personally do think in the division. I think it's going to stay that way, and I do think the second place team is going to move up from where they were last year. But I am taking them to be first place in this division. Next team, I have the Bengals. I think the Bengals are going to totally bolster their defense. I think they should move on to a different coach, but I don't think they are until they really need to. Joe Burrow is still amazing. They're gonna get Jamar Chase back, I do believe, and I could totally see them getting T Higgins back. So I think they're gonna go to second and make the playoffs this next year. Next team, I have the Steelers finishing third at like 9-8 and missing the playoffs. 9 or 8, 8-8-1. I can totally see them finishing at, but I think they're gonna miss the playoffs. Don't really have much to say. Their QB situation is not great. Their defense still really good. Not too much talent on the actual offense. Frymouth is okay. George Pickens is a diva that sucks at being a wide receiver. And I just think the Steelers are going to be mediocre like they usually always are. Next, we have the Browns at fourth because they are awful. They are rebuilding entirely. They're going to be struggling by that Deshaun Watson deal for years to go on because of how awful that is. The worst trade in not only in football history, but arguably one of the worst trades in sports history. I am giving the Browns fourth place. They're going to struggle by that for years to come. Going on to the NFC West. I'm gonna go first place is gonna be the Rams. I know the same ones, but I think the Rams are gonna be damn good next year. They can contend for the first seed next year in the NFC. I think they're gonna be awesome. Next, I have the this might be shocking. I have not the Cardinals, the Niners being second. I just think that they have been so damaged by injuries that they are going to just of course, get healthier and then add more. But I can totally see them collapsing. But I do personally believe, with what zero stuff I know about these teams going into next year so far, I think they're going to be second place. Next, I actually have the Cardinals being third. The Cardinals, I think, are just going to get better and better every year. Gannon has kind of lost favoritism for a lot of people in the second year as the head coach for the Arizona Cardinals. Kyler is still, I don't see him ever reaching the stardom I think he can reach. And it's his own problem. They have a lot of talent. Their defense is okay, but I think they should do more to bolster that. But this might shock some people. I have the Seattle Seahawks being last in the division. I just feel like they're gonna have a terrible year next year, and I just don't. They don't do anything. They don't impress me in any way. I just don't like. I don't like them as a football team. I'm not a big fan of Geno. They might lose DK. I think Tyler Lockett's retiring. They don't have much talent. I think they're gonna finish fourth. Going into the AFC West, I still have the Chiefs finishing first place in this division. I don't think that's as crazy. I'm going to be very quick and simple on this. they're gonna become more talented throughout the offseason. They might lose Travis Kelce, but either or, I think they will be able to get through with that because they do still have Pat Mahomes. I'm still taking them in the first place, making that quick and simple. But maybe this is the year you see a different team win the division. But I have second place. Give me Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos. I think Bo Nix is gonna ball out next year because I believe that the Broncos, and my prediction is they're gonna add either a T Higgins, a Garrett Wilson, a Deebo Samuel, a Cooper Kupp, or a Chris Godwin onto their team. And one of those guys are going to have an amazing year behind that offense, surrounded with a Cortland son, a Marvin Mims, who's finding himself back in the league and actually finding a place there. Maybe a Devon Vele will get really good as like a third string, and same with Troy Franklin can maybe figure his way. They still need a tight end. I can see him getting Tyler Warren or Colston Loveland in the draft, and a running back is a problem they're going to probably be dealing with next year. Third place, I have the Chargers, but I still do think next year 3 AFC West teams are going to make the playoffs. I think this is an incredible division. The Chargers are going to get better, but I do think the Denver Broncos are also just going to simply get better. And I'm just going with who I think is a better coach. And with what I've seen in history, I'm taking Sean Payne. And I also really, really like Bo Nix. But Chargers are also really good. Justin Herbert is a really good receiver, a really good quarterback. Vlad McConkey is an amazing receiver. The defense is really good. I mean, there's not Jim Harbaugh obviously is amazing as a head coach. This is the best coach division in the NFL. Fourth place, no shock in anybody, is the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders are awful. Entirely don't know what to say. They are awful. They are going to be rebuilding this roster for like 3 years. Even though I still like the Pete Carroll hire, I think, but he's just there to bolster a culture there again. But that's going to be quick and simple. They're going to be fourth place. If they're anywhere above that, I will be shocked. Coming in first place of my prediction of the NFC South, give me the Buccaneers. Whoa, every division so far has stayed the same. That's going to change soon. I'm taking Tampa to win the NFC South. I don't know. Nothing the Saints do is moving me. Falcons, I don't think anything they're doing is going to move me. The Bucks can afford now to be a better football team going the next season, and I just think they're going to make some very fun moves in the offseason. I think they have the best quarterback in the division and a Hall of Fame receiver. I hope they can keep Chris Godwin because I'm a Bucks fan, obviously, but I hope they can keep Chris Godwin. Bucky Irving's incredible. They replaced Liam Cohen with a guy who has been in that offense for a good amount of time and has been behind Liam Cohen and has been with Baker Mayfield for multiple years now. I really like that hire. Give me the Bucks to finish first. But then my second place team, shocker, I'm taking the Panthers to be second place in the division. The Panthers, I think, is a dark horse to make a playoff run this coming up year. A 7 seed, hell, even a 6 seed. I think they are a really, really good football team. And I don't know what to tell you. I think they're going to shock a lot of people this coming up year, and they're going to make some moves in the offseason. Bryce Young showed a lot of heart going to the end of last season, and I think he's going to get even better going into next season, making it very quick and simple. Next, I have the Falcons going to third place. They have legitimately at the end of the season, it was a dud. It was a complete dud. I don't know. Raheem Morris is a terrible head coach. I don't like him at all. Michael Penix, Bijan Robinson, Drake London is on offense is the only bright spots I see on that team. They're going to probably lose Kyle Pitts. Darnell Mooney is not sustainable. I don't know what to tell you. Same with Ray McLeod. He's not sustainable. This is a struggling team. I think is going to be 8-9 next year, maybe 7-10. I don't see them doing much next year. And my prediction for the worst record in the NFL next year, I have the New Orleans Saints having the worst record. Not in the NFC, in the NFL entirely. I think they're going to be by far and away the worst team in football, and it's going to be 2 free wins for the NFC South. They are going to do nothing but lose. They need to be blowing up this team and starting from the very bottom. I'm making that one quick and simple. Also, real quick, fuck the Saints. Next, we have the AFC South. Whoa. Guys, am I feeling a shocker going on over here? Give me the Jacksonville Jaguars to win the AFC South. You have to sometimes gamble on this bitch, man. You got to sometimes gamble. Throw fucking cash out when you need to, all right? Like that. Throw cash. Because there are many things that you need to think about when you look at these. Liam Cohen, I think, is a great hire. Trevor Lawrence, I still think has a lot of things in the chamber. I just don't know what the Texans do that can move me to think they're going to go 3 years in a row. I feel like something's going to happen in the offseason that completely shakes everything up. Second place, I'm going to make it simple. Texans are going to be second place. I think that they're still an okay, good football team, but nothing they did last year moved me or made me think that they're a force to be reckoned with coming in the next season, or that their top spot is not shakable. I think they're going to lose the top spot this coming up year. This might be a hot take to some people, but I really like that Liam Cohen hire because of his offensive prowess and his play calling. Coming into third place, I am going to have the Colts. Not a big Anthony Richardson guy at all. I think he's terrible. I think Shane Steichen does deserve a third year. It's not a talented football team, in my opinion, or not playoff football team. They clearly weren't last year. They were in that race for way too long. People forgot how bad they were. And staying at fourth place, I do have the Titans. I do think they're going to have a lot of hope going into next season. Or maybe Cam Ward sucks or shit or whoever they pick. Maybe they suck. But I think they're going to be the worst team in the NFL, one of the worst teams in the NFL next year. But there is some hope that's going to be in their face, in their future, going in there. Now, AFC East. Give me the Bills to finish first in this division again, because nothing any other team is doing it moves me at all. I think that all other three teams are going to do nothing but lose people in the offseason. But the Bills are going to be doing nothing but reloading or adding people to the team. And I think they're going to continue owning the AFC East. Next, we have the Miami Dolphins. I think they're going to be better than these two teams down here. But the bottom two are going to switch. Miami's okay. I think they're going to miss the playoffs next year. I think the AFC East is only going to have one team in the playoffs, but I think they're okay. They're going to probably lose Tyreek, but I don't know what to tell you. Bills are just better. Next, third place, give me the New England Patriots to finish third this coming up year in the AFC East. I think they're better than the Jets. I don't know if that's a hot take. The Jets are losing Aaron Rodgers. They might lose Garrett Wilson to a trade. They're probably going to blow everything up because that Aaron Rodgers trade went to complete shit. But I think the Patriots are going to finish ahead of them. Drake May, I still really like. I think they're going to add some people to their offense. Their defense is okay. Their O-line needs a lot of work, but I think they're going to end up doing that. Vrabel's an amazing hire. I think he fits perfectly for that team and that entire system. Fourth place, not a shocker to me. I think this is going to be common. Jets going to finish fourth. I think they're terrible. They're reloading. They're rebuilding. They are completely dead. I don't see a world where they're good. Next, in the final division, it is the NFC East. Give me the Eagles to finish first in this division. I think this one's going to stay about the same than it was. I just don't really see any reason to think otherwise. I guess this can change. I guess the Eagles and Commanders can transition, which kind of gives you the answer on who I think second's going to be. It's going to be Commanders. They could change spots, but I think the Eagles are going to have the best record. Them or the Lions are going to have the best record in the NFL next year. Again, I have no reason to believe this. I'm just pulling shit out my ass and just hoping it sticks. All right, but I think the Eagles are going to have one of the best, if not the best, records in the NFL next year, and I think the Commanders are damn near going to be close to that. I think this is going to be like a Lions-Vikings thing from last year. These two teams are really good. Going into third place, give me the Cowboys. The Giants, I'm just going to put the Giants at fourth. These two teams are dead. Brian Schottenheimer hire is awful. I hate it so much. I don't see that moving any needles. It's not a needle mover. It's not going to change anything. Dak's good. He's a good QB.